Welcome to Milan for the 2026 Olympics. So this trip is a bit different than our usual trips for two main reasons. The first is that we're in Milan for the Olympics, which is such a cool experience, especially as two Canadians. The Winter Olympics are like the peak of Canadian dream, so we're really happy to be here. The second is that it's also Sean's birthday this week, so as a birthday gift to him, I agreed to plan the entire thing, which is very much out of my comfort zone because Sean plans all of our trips, if you didn't know that. So we'll see how I get on. Hopefully he enjoys it and hopefully Canada wins. Luckily for us, we are staying near one of the fan zones. So they were showing different Olympic games and people were coming and cheering and showing their support. At the fan zone and throughout the city, they had different marketing activations for the sponsors. Some of them were really cool photo ops, and then some of them were actual games and activities. So we learned how to do curling, we learned about skiing, and we even got to shoot some hockey pucks, which was really good fun. Naturally, going to the Olympics, I had to buy some sort of merch. There were different merch shops throughout the city, and we did end up going to the big one, and it was really nice inside, and I got the most adorable jumper. So after spending the morning really embracing ourselves in the Olympics and the excitement of that, I figured it'd be a good idea to try to get away from the crowds and maybe see something a little bit more Milan. So we came to Navigli canals to do lunch, and it's just a beautiful spot. Like, it's a lot quieter, except I have to say, the Team Netherlands fans are incredibly committed because we're just seeing pops of fluorescent orange throughout, and it's amazing. But aside from that, it's been really, really lovely to just wander, and we had a super stellar pizza lunch, so I'm glad we came out this way.
Milan, of course, has plenty to offer beyond just the Olympic activities, so we decided to go check out the Sforzeco Castle. Dating all the way back to the 15th century, this massive complex in the heart of Milan now houses multiple museums featuring sculptures, ancient armory, instruments, and paintings, among many other exhibits. The sculptures in particular were very impressive, and they're always one of our favorite things to see when we go to any museum. All of the exhibits can be accessed for a single €5 ticket, making this one of the best value for money museums in Europe, in our opinion.
So today is Sean's birthday, and we are celebrating the real reason we're in Milan, which is today we're going to some Olympic hockey games. And as two Canadians, this is like a dream come true, like a bucket list item.
Yeah, and we've got a pretty big one tonight. So we are seeing Canada versus the US women's game tonight. Very heated rivalry.
Yeah, all the social media posts I've been seeing is that this is going to be one of the big games to see, and I feel really lucky that we have tickets.
And of course, we're repping.
Yeah, so let's go win, ladies. Let's go win. We ended up getting to the arena pretty early, but it was a great opportunity for us to get some cool photos and meet some of the other fans. The fans for both teams were just in such high spirits, and the vibes were absolutely immaculate before the game started. Unfortunately, in the game itself, it was quite an upset for Team Canada. We lost 5-0, and I think we just struggled to keep up with our captain being taken off the ice for this game.
We had some time in the morning before our next Olympic activity, so we went to explore Milan's most famous landmark, the Duomo. This beautifully ornate church took nearly 6 centuries to be completed, with construction beginning in 1386 and the final details not being completed until 1965. Even when we visited, it was still undergoing some restoration work. Our ticket gave us access to the roof, so after climbing way too many stairs to count, we were treated to some great views over the city and a chance to see some of the beautiful details up close. We then headed inside, and honestly, the camera doesn't do justice to the sheer scale of this place. Every detail from the sculptures to the stained glass windows was just breathtaking. We've seen a lot of churches in our travels, but the Duomo definitely ranks up there as one of the best. So we spent this morning exploring the Duomo, kind of something you have to do when you're in Milan, and it was absolutely beautiful. Camera does not capture the scale of it. And then we also did a little bit of merch shopping because, once in a lifetime experience, you gotta do that. So now we're in the Brera district. We're just gonna try to hunt down a little bit of food. We've got one more game today. We're seeing the Finland-Slovakia men's game in a couple hours. Really looking forward to that. So yeah, let's go find some food. After a quick bite, we made our way back to the arena for the game. Even though Canada wasn't playing, we were still really excited for this one, as this is the first Olympics that NHL players are playing in since 2014, and both Finland and Slovakia have quite a few NHLers on their rosters, so we were expecting a good game. What we didn't expect was just how great the Slovak fans in particular would be. They absolutely took over the arena and brought a great energy the whole game. Despite being the underdogs coming in, I think having the crowd behind them got the Slovak team fired up, and they ended up winning the game in a pretty big upset. We were also quickly adopted by the Slovak fans, and after the disappointment of the Canada game the night before, this was a great way to close out our Olympic experience.
This is our final morning in Milan. We're about to head out to the airport. It seems very fitting that it is absolutely pouring rain as we're about to head back home to England. So that's a good omen. We've had a great time in Milan. I think Sean's had a really good birthday trip. I hope so. And seeing the Olympics was just such a cool experience. Maybe we'll have to try to do the summer ones at some point. But thank you so much for following along with us. At this current moment, Canada has won 0 gold, 1 silver, and 3 bronze. So let's hope for some more Olympic success in the next week or so. But thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you next time.